Hello, crafty friends. It's Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Al. And welcome to day 2 of my Craft-O-Ween Live 2025 series. Here in just a minute, we will open up the envelope from the Spellbinders Craft-O-Ween box, and I will get crafty with it. If you are here in the live chat over there, let us know where you're watching from and answer the poll, which today that is, are you a member of my Facebook group? Yes, not yet, or don't have Facebook. So if you're here live, answer the poll and we'll see the results later. And if you're here on replay, welcome. I'm so glad you're here as well. Let us know where you're watching from and the answer to the poll down in that comment section below. Now, while you're doing that, make sure to give this video your stamp of approval. Smash that thumbs up. You guys, out of the, let's see, 48 friends watching live, there are like a third of you who has given this video a thumbs up. So I hope you'll do that, because remember, the more likes we get while we're live. Look, I put some bubbles in my cauldron. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. I don't want to dump them out. No, you're not going to be able to see them just yet. There's only 4 in there. But the more likes that we get live, then we get to draw boo bonuses at the end that, if you're collecting the secret words, you can get some extra entries for the giveaways, which, if this is your first time watching this series, you are going to want to watch the kickoff video, which I have linked in the description box below. And if you're here with us live, Nightbot will put the link over in the chat for you as well, so you can go find out all about the series. It should answer your questions, and it also tells you how to get your secret word tracker, so you can keep track of all those secret words to get your entry. I did see that Barbara, she has used her, oh, wrong one, it moved. Barbara, your comment moved up. So I do ask that while I'm live, if you need my attention, if you have a question specifically for me, please put question or Crafty Al in all caps. That way, when I look over, because sometimes that chat is flying like it is now, it's easy for me to see those and then answer them when I get a chance. Barbara wants to know, where is your magnetic stand purchase? So this is what Barbara's speaking of. I am keeping this just right up in front of me, so when I'm done with the dies from the day, I can put them on here so I don't lose them. Barbara, I tried to search on Amazon today, because that is where this came from. I tried to search for this and no results were coming up. So I'm thinking Amazon might have something wrong with it. So I am going to keep looking for this for you. As soon as I know, I will put it in the description box, but you could always try to search for yourself later and see if it works. I tried like magnetic die storage, magnetic folder, and nothing came up, but it does fold nice and flat. It has a little thing to keep it closed, but yeah, then it stands up nice and easy. Oh, there we go. Susan just said Amazon was having tech issues this morning. I started to think like I wasn't connected to the internet, but other pages were working. So there you go. But as soon as I can find it, I will do that and add it to the description box. Okay. Oh, and if you're not a member of my Facebook group and you would like to join, if you're on Facebook, at the bottom of the description box is a link. You'll have to answer some questions and agree to the group rules, and then it will just automatically let you in. Let's see. A lot of talking. What is everybody hydrating with this morning? So I am finishing up my first can of Diet Coke, but I did also... I got myself some water for after this is finished. I flavored it with peach ring. Peach ring. I put a little water flavor in there. Uh-oh. Dawn says that where'd it go, Dawn? Everybody's answering me what they're drinking. Dawn says there is problem with tech worldwide. I hope it does not affect today's stream. Let's all cross our fingers. Let's see what everybody's drinking. I've seen a lot of coffees and waters go by. All right. Well, don't forget to stay hydrated. Let's see. I think we're ready to probably go ahead and see what day 2 has in store. So this is the box that we are open it. I'm not sure. Here we go. Hold on. I see you. For some reason, Stephanie wanted to let me know she's drinking hot tea, and it held that. It held that. I had to prove it. That's kind of weird. Maybe because it says hot. Okay, so this is a box that the little envelopes come in, which I'll show you later where they are here behind me. And here, you guys, is the first large postage stamp that we made together. Yesterday, I had lots of polls. I got to turn on that poll light, the one right back there, a lot yesterday. So anytime we do a poll here in my live streams, we like to get out our poll lights. If you are a member, which speaking of that, Lisa Green, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Let's see if we can get you an applause. Don't know if that's loud enough for you to hear. Hopefully it is, but thank you so much for becoming a member, Lisa. You will want to check out the membership tab on my channel for links to all of the perks, and then you can reach out to me too via email if you come up with any questions. I appreciate your membership. And thank you as well to all of my members who are in the chat. Their names are highlighted in green, and they have a little number or a little new right next, a little new icon right next to their name. Oh, you can't hear the applause? I might have to get an applause. Here we go. Let's do this one here. Hopefully you can hear that one. Thank you for becoming a member. Okay. Forgot where I was at. Yeah. I wanted to make sure you heard the applause. Yes. So get your poll lights ready. So members, you have access to colorful ones down in the little emoji box in the chat. And if you are a subscriber, if you search for an emoji and you start typing in POL, it will pop up a red light, just like Sonia has found one here. So it will pop up that red one. And then members have colorful ones, which Dawn did just put in the chat. But unfortunately, when I pull Dawn's up, it just shows what I named the file. So that's a bummer, but yes. All right, you guys, let's go ahead. And, oh, wait, I guess if we're going to see what's on day 2, I need to bring up my background. So I have my shelves decorated for Halloween, and all of my envelopes are up there. And what I decided I would do is after I open one, like yesterday, we opened day 1. Well, there's a pattern on the back too. So I'm just going to put it so I can see the back. And now I need day 2. Go. Here it is. Give me your guesses what you think it might be. And, oh, I better add this one. Even if you know what it is, go ahead and put it over there in the chat. Because yesterday when I asked, it seemed like most of you already knew what it was. So give me your ideas what you think it could be. Dawn says, I am so organized. Dawn, I'm only organized in certain areas of my life. Oh, don't forget to smash that like button. Nightbot just reminded you. Let's see if we're doing any better. Oh, we are, you guys. We are. We are already to 47 likes out of 63 of you watching. So make sure to smash that like button because, guys, we are definitely going to be able to get 1 boo bonus at least. If we get to 75, we'll get 2. Okay. Oh, I heard, let's see. We have Black Cat as a guess. Kathy's not going to guess because she knows. I know, I do know as well because I have my little pre-recorded tag by me. Thank you, Carmen, for giving your thumbs up from all 7 of your accounts. Wow, you're going to help us get to that boo bonus in no time. Susan thinks it might be a pumpkin. Kristen thinks it might be a cauldron. Let's go ahead and find out. Oops. I guess I better play the drum roll here, but let's go ahead and pull it out of here first. Oh, it's on repeat. All right, today it is a little crow, or maybe it's some other kind of bird sitting atop a skull. So I do have an idea of what I'm going to be doing with it, but I will probably have you help me maybe with some color choices today. But what I'm going to do is kind of do faux embossing in the background by using some dies. So if you were here for the kickoff, we chose the color palette and the project that we're going to be making. Each day we'll be making a large postage stamp together, which this is from Spellbinders Postage Edge Square set. And the color palette we picked out is this one right here. I can use the colors in here and also neutrals like white, shades of gray, and metallics. So as I go along, I'm going to try to use just the items I get in the calendar and then a couple coordinating products. But I did go ahead and already pre-cut some of the postage stamps from the different colors. I'm going to get out a white cardstock today. And then here I have some scraps. This just makes it easy for me to cut all of these little pieces from. Not normally a fan of dies with lots of little pieces, but I really do enjoy these Spellbinders. So I will go ahead too and put that reminder banner at the bottom. So if you do need my attention. But as I always say, friends in the comments are always so knowledgeable and helpful that if it's just a general question, feel free to ask there. All right, I'm going to start by bringing in my little die cutter so you have something to watch. And this is a Spellbinders Platinum Scout, which if you want to check this out, I do have a Spellbinders link in the description box toward the bottom. You can look there. If you do use, a lot of my links down in that description box are affiliate links, which means I make a small portion of that sale at no extra cost to you. So it's always helpful when you use my links or other creators that you enjoy watching their videos. And speaking of other creators that you enjoy watching their videos, who here has watched my Oh So Inspired video today? I have not yet had a chance to go out and see everyone else's, but here are the 4 cards I made, which were inspired by one of the team members that is in the chat today. I won't spoil that for you, but I hope that you'll go watch this video. I did link it in the description box as well, but I made a set of 4 holiday cards. All righty, let's get to cutting. So on my original tag, I kind of went with the color palette kind of from the card. I want to switch it up a little bit just so we can use some of our other colors, but I also think I want to stick with a crow. But let's see what we have here. Do you think I can make the crow's beak orange? I think I might do that. I think I might. And I have to cut the wing too from that. So I'll cut both of them from a gray and we'll see which we like better. Oh, thank you. I see so many of you have already watched my video. Thank you so much. Yeah, if once you're done here, if you'll watch my video and then go see what everyone else has created, because I cannot wait to do that once I'm done with my live stream. I am going to do, this is poppy seed cardstock from Stampin' Up. Let's see if I can get my little birdie on there. Oh, a raven. There we go. I figured it was not a crow, but I could not think of that other word. We might be making an alternative raven. And again, now that I'm done with these dies, I'm going to put them back on my magnet mat so I don't lose them. Okay, I think I'll do the feet out of the candy corn too. There you go. It's wearing its Halloween costume. I like that. I like that. Let's see. I think I want to do some fun colors for the hat and the bow. So let's see here. You know what? Okay, change my mind. I'm going to stick with kind of a darker gray for the hat, and then I'll make the bows colorful. Let's see. I almost lost my little feet there. And I think I'm going to use a scrap of Gumdrop for the bow and the brim on the hat. Welcome to everybody who's just coming in. I've seen a couple more of you say hello. Make sure to smash that like button because we probably have already earned 1 boo bonus. Yes, we have, you guys. And we are already at 67 thumbs up. If we get to 75, we get 2 boo bonuses at the end. And don't forget, also at the end, I will be giving away the postage stamp that I make today if you're here with us live. Okay. It's always going to take a little longer to cut this stuff out, but hopefully once we get into creating, I can chat a little bit more and maybe do some polls. Uh-oh. Hold up. I just saw Catherine said, I put the hat die by your die cut. You might want to put it on the magnetic stand. I do have the hat back here on the magnetic stand. But thank you. Those are the kind of heads up I need, especially like if my mic stops working or my camera stops working. Okay. And now, finally, I'm going to cut. Actually, I'll do the background of the skull first. For those of you coming in late, the die set we got today was this little raven sitting on a skull. And I'm going to do a little faux embossing for the background. And that's kind of what I'm getting ready to cut after I get the background of my skull. Cindy, this is definitely the truth. That is definitely the truth. I'm always looking around for stuff I know I just had. Okay. Now, from the white, I need one that's going to be my main skull. And then I'm going to cut some more. So for now, I'm going to cut 6 more of these skulls. I might have to cut some more later. I don't know how many I'll need, because I'm going to try to fill the rest of the white cardstock background with these. Does anybody have any fun stories, or you want to tell me what you're going to be doing today? Are you getting crafty? Are you at work? Are you just hanging out while I cut all of these? Oh, Delise, thank you for the reminder. She says she has to finish cleaning her room and she has a mountain of laundry. I have to start laundry after this too, and I almost forgot. I separated it last night, or I sorted it, but I didn't bring any down with me. I see, let's see. Lisa is hanging out and watching and loving it. So glad, Lisa. Bonnie's just watching. Kat is going to make birthday cards for her dad and son. Awesome. Keep those coming in. And you know what? If you're here on replay, I forgot to say it, but if you're here on replay, please answer all of my questions, but you'll just do that down in the comment section. I always love to read your answers when I go back and look at the comments. Oh, did I say poppy? Oh, poppy seed card sock. Oh, yeah. If I said it was from Stampin' Up, that was a mistake. It is. All my cardstock I'm using for the series is from TE, or Tailored Expressions. All right. I'm just going to cut 2 more of these. And then we're going to start assembling. And if I need more of these later, I will do that. Oh, Susan, what a job. She says she's entering her stash of craft supplies into her inventory app. 20 plus years of stuff to enter. Oh, good luck, my friend. I've thought about doing some of those inventory apps, but yes, then I think about how much I would have to enter from the past. One more. Does anybody else keep their recycle bin handy right next to them? When I have like those scraps that I can't really use more of, I just throw that stuff right in my recycle bin. All right, I'm going to hydrate here after cutting all that. Oh, Susan, I just saw about your fall. I won't bring it up on screen to give away too many details of what happened, but oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. All right. Dawn says she creates piles, one for scraps and one for recycling. That is probably a good idea to kind of just keep them for a little bit. I have an assortment of scraps and stuff I need here. Okay. Let's start assembling. The first thing I'm going to do is put together my skull that has the black background. So, going to bring in my magnetic glass board so I can set this stuff underneath the magnets to help it dry. If you have the Craft-O-Ween advent calendar, let us know if you have already put together today's die. And don't forget that over in the Facebook group, I do have an album that you can share your Craft-O-Ween creations in. All of the photos in the Facebook group do need to go in an album, but I have a special one for Craft-O-Ween. Okay. I'm going to put together some of my crow. And what I want to do, I think to add some more color, I am going to go ahead and give it an orange beak. I know we might not have that. Put his feet on first. I love that Spellbinders gives you places to adhere things with. And now what I have to do, because this shows through the eyeball, let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to leave his eye orange. That looks kind of spooky for Halloween. I am going to just leave that orange. I'm going to bring in my poppy seed ink and my little magnetic ink pad holder. And I'm going to add some shading. Should have probably done this to my bird before I put on its feet, but I'm going to add a little bit of shading to the wing and his belly. Just to maybe help this stand out from the rest of the bird, and then where there would be a shadow on his body. And before I get that all over the place, the ink, I'm just going to wipe it off. And then later I'll clean this with alcohol and it cleans up nice and easy. While I'm thinking about it, you guys. Oops, let me get back to my face. Get out your secret word tracker. If you don't yet have this, check out the description box below or the kickoff video. Nightbot is also sharing it over in the chat. But remember, these words are, what words are they? Put it over in the chat. They are secret words. They are not to be shared in the chat that points them out, okay? That would give it away that it's a secret word. If you use it just in conversation, that's all right, but you can't highlight it and put asterisks around it or say this is today's secret word. If you do that, I have to disqualify you from the giveaways. So I want those of you who are watching the videos to be the ones who are earning those entries. Today's secret word, in honor, why is my my switcher's not working. In honor of this little guy here, it is Skull, Skull. I only spell that so you know what word I am saying. And you do not have to spell it correctly on the final entries, but it is Skull for day 2. So make sure to write that down in your tracker. If you don't yet have your tracker, write it on a sticky note or something just so you don't misplace it. Okay. My bird needs all his accoutrements. So, oh, I did forget to put that die back on there, so I will do that. I'm going to put the little band on his hat. Thank you guys for keeping those words a secret. Welcome. Did I see Yvette? Yvette just joined in. Welcome, friend. Ugh. Make sure I get that lined up just right. And now I'm going to put his monocle on him. And this is so little to try to put adhesive on. So I'm just going to put some on my hand there and run the monocle through there. Okay, I'm going to bring in this here to see. And give that just a little bit of time to dry, and then we'll get his wing on him and the little bow. Oops, and the bow on the monocle. Got that little guy right there. Susan says, will I be using my TE glass board on any of my lives? Good question, Susan. So when I first used my glass board, I got the littlest one because I was afraid it was going to reflect my studio lights, and I don't like that to happen. And when I moved this around my work surface, I didn't see any glares on my glass mat. So I got the big TE one right back here. And as soon as I changed to my regular phone, well, when I'm on live, I use different cameras than when I film my pre-recorded videos. And when I changed to that camera, you could see the glare on the side. So I do usually just use that on my tailored expressions videos, and I adjust the lights to help reduce the glare. But you guys, so you know that I love my glass board color burst magnetic glass craft mat. I got one that is slightly larger, so I'll have a little more room to work. I will be debuting that on the 23rd, I believe, because they sent me some other fun products that they're coming out with that go with the glass board. So I'm going to debut my new glass board and those tools, maybe even right here on this live stream on the 23rd. So you're not going to want to miss it. Oh, and also, I think they're going to give me a special, it'll be the same discount code that usually gets you 15% off at Glassboard Studio, but I think they might be increasing that a little bit when the new products release. I have not gotten that total confirmation yet, but they did mention it. So definitely you'll want to stop back by. Okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't. I guess I had that magnet on my hat drying too. Oops. Okay, how did I get this on there last time? I thought there would be some place. I think I might have put the monocle up too high. I'm going to have to try to see if I can get this to stick right above there. This is going to be tricky. Okay. Give that a little extra time too. All right. I'm just going to hydrate while I wait for that to dry, because that has about a hair of glue to keep it on that raven or crow or bird's head. I'll probably have to adhere that down to the background too later. Make sure it's in place well. All right, you guys, I think we got our raven done. Yay! Oh wait, no, we don't. No, we don't. Look, our bow tie. Well, the tie, I guess it's not really a bow tie. It goes on the monocle. Now, on the original, the monocle has two pieces, like the eyepiece and the string, but I just got rid of that string. I am making the whole thing just that one color. Because like I said, dies with little pieces are usually not my favorite. So if I can cut back on any of them, I usually do that. I like him with a little extra color. All right. Here's our little finished birdie friend. And now what I want to do is I want to figure out where I want these two pieces to go on my little card here. So he can stick a little off the top, but I don't want him to stick too much. So I'm going to glue my skull right here. And now I'm not going to put my bird on yet, because I'm going to go ahead and create the faux emboss background. And that's what I cut these extra pieces for. So I'm going to glue these down randomly. Well, not too random, because that's just, I can't do that. But I'm going to glue these down on the background, just so there's that tone on tone look. And then there are some raised portions. Let me know if you've ever done faux embossing like this before. Just a little bit so it falls off the edge. Oh, I put way too much glue on that. I'm going to wipe some away, even though I can clean it off my board later. And now once this dries, I can cut off that excess and then use it over on the right somewhere. Oh, I like that. Catherine said that she made one with empty word bubbles and then added her sentiment to one. I love that idea. Now, when I go to my second row, I'm going to put this skull kind of in between the two below it to make kind of a triangle. And this is probably already dry, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess and put it right up there. Oh, Arlene, great question. Thank you for the reminder. So before I go check, if you have came in late or you haven't yet smashed that like button, do that. And I will go check the like count. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to get those likes in, and then I'll go check that. Thank you for the reminder, Arlene. I know that we already earned 1 boo bonus, and we were very close to earning a second. So I bet if everybody here smashes that like button, we will get it. I think I might only have to cut maybe 1 more skull. I think it did pretty well. Okay, that was the timer for the like count. Let me go over and see what we have. Oh, you guys, there are 83 thumbs up. So we have earned 2 boo bonuses. If we get 17 more likes before the stream is over, we'll get 3 boo bonuses. Catherine says, what does my bracelet say? It says, always in my heart. When my mom was on hospice, they had these in the room. And I've mentioned it before, but I cannot bring myself to leave it off. Sometimes I'll switch hands, but yes, one of these days, maybe I'll be able to not wear it, but I just wear it as a daily reminder. So if you're here, if you came in late and have not yet smashed that like button, please do that so we can earn some more boo bonuses. And you'll want to stick around too, because I will be giving away the creation that I am making here. I'm going to give this a little more time to dry while I cut 1 more skull. Yeah, I think I only need to cut 1 more, but I'm going to let those dry before I cut them off. Oops, my magnet fell over. Thank you, Yvette. She says to wear it as long as I need. I know. I think one day maybe I'll be able to take it off. Last year, when I started wearing like long sleeve shirts and sweaters, I lost it for a few days, and I thought maybe I was going to lose it myself, but it had gotten caught in the sleeve of a sweatshirt that I put on a lot just when I'm being lazy around home to stay warm. But it does like to get caught in sleeves when I take off a long sleeve shirt or a jacket. Goodness, this one does not want to come out of there. Put that die right back on there. Yes, I am glad that I found it as well. Thank you. I I've been wanting to try to find a watch band that is clouds that's kind of similar, but so far I haven't found anything. But I think if I could ever find a watch band for this, whether, you know, it's like a metal one like this or more like the silicone one, I have a rainbow silicone band. I think I would probably put the rainbow on one half and the clouds on the other. And then I think I would be okay taking this off because I would still have the clouds on my wrist to remember. But so far, I have not found one that will work. Okay. When I cut this off, I try to put the blade of my scissor right up next to that square just to get that nice and straight across as I can. And okay. Now I need to put these down here at the bottom to fill in that area, and then we're almost done. Cheryl says this calls for a tattoo. Do you mean like for my mom, Cheryl? I did. If that's it, let me know because I did have a plan at one time, but then I kind of chickened out. Let me know, Cheryl, if that's what you meant, and then I'll tell you my my plan. Oh, Delise missed something or misplaced something important too. I am so glad that you found it. Some of those things are just special. So, oh, my mom loved plants, but what I was going to do is take a card that she had written me, you know, where she signed like love mom. And I wanted to get that tattooed backward above my heart. And so when I looked in the mirror, it would read the correct way. Maybe one day I'll get brave enough. I do have a card. I do have a card very handy that she wrote me that has real clear writing if I do decide to do it. All right. So I'm just going to let this dry for just a little bit before I trim that off. So let's hydrate. I have been pretty good about my water, so now I'm going to have some more caffeine. And if you haven't seen them yet already, today I'm wearing my confetti pear eyewear toppers, and I bought a few Halloweenish type shirts, and today I'm wearing Witch Please. So Rosa says, what a sweet way and so personal and special. Get that tattoo. I'm going to keep thinking about it. I'm not one for pain, and I've never had a tattoo, so I don't know how I'll do with that either. Adrian said she just signed up with my Facebook link. Awesome. If you got in here a little bit late, which, by the way, let's go ahead and find out how many of you are over in my Facebook group. All right. 52% of you are. Awesome. 38% say not yet. So make sure to go do that. The link is in the bottom of the description box. And then 10% of you don't have Facebook. So if you ever get it, you can join us. It's mostly just where I share updates or like when I'm going to go live, that kind of thing. But then I have those albums for special series like this and for each of the sheet loads. So if you ever want to show us your sheet load, you can upload your cards to the specific album. And as long as you agree to the group rules and answer the questions, it automatically lets you in. So I hope you'll go do that. Leanne just went over and requested. And then Delisa's tattoo artist gives out freshly baked cookies. Nice. Thank you, Paula. I'm having fun with these. I did look yesterday for some Christmas themed toppers, maybe for my Christmas Advent series. Speaking of Christmas, so we kind of have like a budget for our fun money, right? And it's pretty generous, okay? But I am always like right now, I am already into December's fun money. And so what I do now till the end of the year, I say everything's for Christmas. So I placed my first Christmas gift order from Tailored Expressions yesterday. Anybody else? Okay, let's go ahead. Delise said to ask the artist where is a less painful place. Well, the place I want to get it, because there's like bone behind it, I'm thinking that might not be very fun. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll get this all cut off the excess. And I know I have not asked you guys any polls today. So I will definitely get out a poll for what color postage stamp we will put this on. What color backer? But I guess before I do that, I better get my crow put on. And you know what? I think I'll go ahead and pop him up with some foam. Ah, I got tripped on my anti-fatigue mat. And I am going to go ahead and make sure I put some foam right across where that hat connects with his body, just since that was already pretty not secure on there. Pretty unsecured. I think for his little beak, I'm going to get out the mini dimensionals, which my daughter calls these mini mentionals. Dawn said she's a member. Where can she see the colorful pole light? So Dawn, in the chat, there is a little icon that's a smiley face. If you click on that, it's going to pull up the emoji keyboard, and the member ones should be right at the top of that section. Dawn says, what's the name of my Facebook group? I think it's just Call Me Crafty Owl. If you check out that link in the description box, it should take you right there. And it's all the way at the bottom, like underneath my email address. Just had a thought. I should have probably waited to put this on my skull until I have my backer piece, but do we need, oh, you know what, too? Oh, I got to cut. I missed cutting off a very small slice there. Do we need a sentiment on this? The stamp that goes with today says, wishing you a mysterious Halloween night. I honestly don't know where I would put it. Let me get the stamp out because I don't want to cover up my special skull. Oh, you know what, though? I did yesterday. I made some of these with my Better Press. And maybe let's do a poll. if I do a sentiment, it will be one of these strips. So this will be just a super quick poll. Yes or no, do I need a sentiment? I'm going to give you 1 minute for that and play a little of our haunting music. Get your full lights out. I see that Anne put a cat in the chat and she said she just figured out that one. Yeah, I can't show it on screen because it just shows a name. But yes, one of my favorite member emojis is the cat with the rainbow glasses. All right. Bye, Yvette. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Okay, let's see what you guys said about a sentiment. All right. Yes, 65% of you said yes. So I will put that on once I get it on the backer. But go ahead, keep those poll lights out because we're going to decide on what backer to put this on, what color. So let me pull out a few. Let me pull out a few. So, or at least a couple. I'm going to set my sentiment to the side. So that will kind of bring out the bow tie and the band on his hat. And this one would kind of bring out his beak and his feet. So just to make it easy, I'm going to go green or orange, okay? So be thinking about which one you're going to vote on while I get that ready. And I'll give you 2 minutes to vote in this poll. After you vote, if you have not yet already smashed that like button, please do so. We are only 9 likes away from 3 Boo bonus names. So if you came in a little late or you're just kind of, I know some of you might be watching on the down low, like maybe you're just watching quietly, go ahead and smash that like button so we can pull some more names for our cauldron. I see maybe a couple of you just came in. You guys, we are now only, let me check, 1 like away from 3 boo bonuses. Is there one viewer out there who could smash that like button if you have not yet already? All right. I have not looked. Ooh, I haven't looked to see what won, but it looks like the winner only had 53%, so it was close. Let's see what we got. Drum roll. Okay, with 53% of the vote, it is going to go on to the green. That is probably the one I would have chose too. I do think somebody said, Stephanie K said, you couldn't go wrong with either color. I agree. I think they both look nice, but this is probably the one I would have voted for. So let's get that added. And there is a little bit of a kind of an embossed square there on the postage stamp. I've just been trying to center my square in that area. And then I need to put some, let's see. I don't know if this is, I think it'll be thin enough. Let me see here. If this tape is thin enough to hide behind there. Yes. But I'm only going to put it on part of it because part of the sentiment goes over the raven or the crow or the bird. Susan said she had to go move her car and the Halloween music started playing. And then, oh gosh, where was it at? Delise asked her if she started moving faster. That would be kind of funny. I do think this might be music that makes you move a little faster. Okay. So I'm going to have this hang off the left just a little bit to break that border. And now where that overlaps, I'm going to add some liquid glue here and let that dry. And you guys, it is time to think about giving this away. So if you are not yet a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can be in the chat with us to enter to win both today's creation and get your name into the Boo Bonus Cauldron. I'm gonna go get the giveaway ready. Oh, maybe. All right. Okay, you guys. I need to run upstairs for a second. So what I'm going to do is have you get in your entries. Go ahead and type in hashtag Raven if you would like to win today's creation. I'll be right back. All righty. So let's find out who is winning today's Raven card. Okay. Good luck to everyone. And congratulations to Chris Turner. Congratulations, Chris. To claim your postage stamp, down at the bottom of the description box below is a link to a Google form. You will need to go fill that out. You'll want to remember what it said your username was on screen, and then you will want to describe today's creation. And now that I think about that, I think I still have the form turned on, but give me just a minute after we're done on the live stream here. But I would just go ahead and go do it as soon as we're done so you don't forget. You do just have 24 hours. And yeah, I want to make sure that I get that to you. Remember, these will be going out after the whole series is over, so I'll be shipping these out in November. So thank you to everybody who was here. I wish I had a postage stamp to send to each of you. If you have been here the whole time, I want you to put a 10 over in the chat. If you've been here about half the time, put a 5. If you just came for the end, for the best part, you can put a 1. While you do that, I'm going to get the giveaway tool ready for our Boo bonuses, which let me go make sure. I doubt we got up to 125. Oh, I see a lot of 10s rolling in. Love that. You guys, we got up to 102 likes. Thank you so very much for making that possible. Thank you for going to those other accounts, especially to Carmen and her 7 accounts. She tipped us over the edge, you guys. But let's go ahead. So here are the 2 that I have made so far in the series. I think this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be a fun when we're done. Oh, I have so many 5s there. Okay, let me go get that giveaway ready. And again, I'll be pulling 3 names to go into the Boo bonus cauldron, which to do this, you do not need to do anything to claim this. I just put your name in there, and then it's extra entries at those final giveaways, which don't forget, I have 3 Craft-O-Ween boxes to give away. And then I have 2 Consolation Dragon Boo die sets. For those of you who might have already bought the Craft-O-Ween box, but I know many of you have and you're still watching every day, so I have like a little extra treat for you. Okay. Oh, I better tell you how to get that in. So if you are here and you're going to enter to win any of the prizes at the end, and you want a chance to get your name in the Boo bonus cauldron, one time in the chat, in the live chat, type in #bonus, #BONUS. It does need to look exactly like it does on screen. There's no reason to spam the chat because each username does only get 1 entry. And I'll give you 1 minute to get in those #bonuses. All right, those are still coming in, so I'm going to give you just another 15 seconds or so. Make sure everybody gets a chance to get their entry in. And don't forget, I will be pulling 3 names. Make sure if you have not already, smash that like button that you do that, especially if you are entering to get a Boo bonus. You want to help us get to the numbers we need to be able to draw for these. All right. I think we might be done. So good luck to everyone. I'm just going to pull 3 names right in a row. The first name going into the Boo Bonus Cauldron today is Sheila Rodriguez. Congratulations, Sheila. The second name going into the Boo Bonus Cauldron today is, and even if you don't see your name here, it does have like almost 60 names in here, and it only shows a handful. Congratulations to Lori C. And then finally, third and final, which, oh, by the way, if you have any final questions for me, make sure to get those in while I draw this last name, and that way I can answer those before I go. So if you do have a question, type question in all caps in front of it. But otherwise, if you come up with any questions later or you're here on replay, you can always leave those down in the comment section, and then I answer them just as soon as I can. But our third name is going to be, our third name going in today is Dawn Hill. Congratulations to all 3 of you. And thanks to everybody who was here to make drawing 3 names possible, because we could not have done it without you and those thumbs up. So thank you so much. Make sure to keep those thumbs up coming. If you are here on replay, that helps get the video, my live stream, out to more friends who will come and maybe try to win a Craft-O-Ween box of their own. Don't forget that if you don't know about the series, to watch the kickoff video, which is linked down in that description box below. I do see I had a question come up. Let me go up and try to find that. All right. I Love Paper says, in the Facebook group, are we putting any project photos that we use the Craft-O-Ween box for, or just if we're doing this series? So I have a special album. So any photos that you put in that group need to go in an album. They can't go on the discussion tab or in a comment, but I do have an album for the Craft-O-Ween 2025 box. Already in there, I have the tags from my pre-recorded series, and then I added yesterday's as well. So if you use something from this box, please feel free to share it there. I know some people are probably like doing their own postage stamps, but you do not have to do a postage stamp to share there. If you ever make sheet loads, I also have an album for each edition that you can put your cards into, and that way when people are looking in for inspiration, there's like a one-stop shop for that. All right, let me make sure I did not miss any more questions. I did just see that Nightbot reminded you of my discount code for Glassboard Studio. If you're on the fence about getting a magnetic glass board, I would go ahead and hop off and place your order. But again, I think on the 23rd, my discount might go up a little bit. I hope to find out in the next day or so if that is going to happen. If you have not watched my video today, my pre-recorded video for the Oh So Inspired collab for October 2025, I hope you'll go watch that, because once again, we are being inspired by a creative team member, and this team member has been in the chat with us, helping us get those likes. So I hope you go check that out and see how she inspired everyone. That is what I'll be doing as I relax after this for a little bit and have my lunch. I'm going to go watch everybody's videos. You can find the link to my video in the description box as well. And I know that everybody would love for you to stop by, see what they created, and leave them some love, right? So leave a comment, put a like on that video, share it with a friend. It's always appreciated. It looks like I do not have any questions. So once again, let's take one last look at what I created today. So I did a little faux embossing in the background with that skull. And then here is yesterday. So as I go along, I will have just a whole work surface full of these large postage stamps. Thank you so much for being here. And until tomorrow, hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.